On the sixth Sunday of Christmas, Sharon shared with me a cute little nugget holder, perfect for a place setting at the Christmas dinner table. Just remove the little belly band and you have a couple Hershey nuggets. You could put a bunch of Andy's candies in there, all sorts of things. Nice little treats. Let's see how this is done. Let's make a fun little place setting. We're not going to need a lot of materials. I'm going to bring in this paper. This is the Traditions of Christmas 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. And the specialty means it's got foiling. I don't know if you can see in the light that, that the gold is the foil. And so one side has a gold foil element and the other side is just plain. This one, you can see the gold on the outlines of the flowers and leaves. And then this other side, which just has the plaid, has no foiling. There's all sorts of pretty paper in here. It is not available for 3 more weeks yet, but it should be in 2 to 3 weeks. So just in time to furiously craft for Christmas. But I got it, and in case you got it, I thought I'd show you this idea. But of course, you can use any designer series paper, and I'm going to show you that in a second. This will make a nice little treat holder for your Christmas place setting. We're going to begin with a piece of the designer series paper, whatever pattern you pick, but whatever pattern you choose should be non-directional, because otherwise it's not really going to work well. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So on the long side, so I'm using my scoreboard. You can use a regular paper trimmer if you want to, but I'm going to use my scoreboard because I haven't used it for a while. I'm going to score at 1.5. So when you're scoring with designer series paper, you want to use the end of the stylus that has the larger ball on it. So 1.5 and 2.25, 3 3/4, and the measurements are going to be in the tutorial that I link in Monday's email. So if you have not signed up to receive my emails, do so before Monday to get this particular tutorial, and you'll be able to print it out. And then we want to take a piece of coordinating cardstock. Now in here there's Secret C, and so I'm bringing in the Secret C here, and this measures 1.5 by 5.5, and on the long side you're going to score it. Now because it's cardstock, we'll use the smaller ball. You score it at 1, 1 3/4, 3 3/4, and 4.5. And that is really just about it. There's a couple more pieces that we'll be using, but that's all the scoring that you need to do. So now we're going to give those nice creases with our bone folder. Whenever you're making boxes or faux boxes, you want to have nice, crisp, clean score lines. The other side of this paper is beautiful, but it is too large for me to use here. These pieces, these flowers are just too large. So it makes more sense to do it this way. So you can see that this is going to wrap into a rectangle like that, 3D rectangle. We're going to bring in our Secret C piece and apply a little bit of adhesive. Now you can use glue, or you can use tape runner, stamp and seal. All right, so you just want to make sure that it gets in those creases, and I know it's hard for you to see where the score lines are, but I did get them. So I adhered one end, and now I'm going to adhere the other end. I just want to make sure that this fold right here, that fold is right on the edge of the DSP. And it should meet the other end of the secret C in the middle there. You see how that meets up right there? That's what you want. Now you're going to apply your adhesive right here and wrap the bottom up. So we're just wrapping that right around here. And you can bring in a couple of Hershey nuggets. There's plenty of room in there. You can even tuck a little note in there. And then this part you're not going to adhere down. You're going to bring in a little wrap. Now you could use designer series paper or you can use cardstock. I'm using cardstock. And I want my ends to meet somewhere here in the middle. So I'm just going to kind of fold it around and crease as I go with my fingers. This piece is about 7 inches long. I don't need it that long. In fact, I'm going to trim it a little bit. I don't need that much of an overlap. So I'd say probably a 6.5 inch piece is probably pretty good. Ooh, that's a lot of glue, Sharon. We'll hope for the best. So we're just making a little belly band here. Let's let that glue set up. It's going to take just a second because I used quite a bit of it. All right. I want to make sure it's not sticking to our paper. Okay, it looks pretty good. So that was pretty quick. Now all you have to do is decorate this. And I thought it might be fun. I had some scraps of this red velvet. So there is a velveteen paper and it comes in red and white and green. Perfect for Christmas. And I cut out an S. And so that could go right there. I could finish writing my name. But this would be a fun way to make a place setting if you had specific spots for your guests. I got my little S there, and then I could write in. Let's see, do I have a pen that writes nicely? Well, better test it first. And that pen does not work. Oh, I know. I have my journaling pen. So Sharon, S is for Sharon. Yeah, we're not gonna correct it. There we go, S is for Sharon. And so all they need to do is take the belly band off, and there it is. You can put a little note in here, or just slip it on just like this. Let's make another one real quickly, show you. Let's use the other side. Let's use the flashy gold side. So this is another print, and you can see that the flowers are smaller. So, well, I'm going to show you this time with the paper trimmer. Let's see if I can get it on camera here. All right, because I have my DSP, it's 2 by 6. I'm going to score it on the long side at 1.5. Remember, you don't want to press down too hard with your light gray piece because you will tear through the paper. 2 1/4. Same thing we did before. 3 3/4. And 4 1/2. Again, I can see some secret C in this design. And I'm going to use my base of secret C. Again, it's 1.5 by 5.5. And I'm going to score at 1. And 1 3/4. 3 3/4. 4 1/2. burnish those score lines. On busy patterns like this, it's easier if you kind of just feel where the score lines are. It will want to fold on them anyways, but you can definitely feel them better than you can see them. I'm going to take this piece, and you can do them both at once, but I find it easier just to do one side at a time. And then I fold it on that crease that I want right up to the edge. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Put my glue on the end, and I tuck it under, and that is going to go right on the edge over here. And see, when you pop this back up, it'll work. All right, so let's see. Get that to set up just a second. That is the downside of the glue, but it doesn't take that long. And then you're going to wrap this right up. Did I move it? Nope. Oh, my paper looks too thin. I must have not cut it properly. I must have cut it crooked because it's not sticking out over here. But it does stick out. It is longer here. I must have cut this piece at an angle, not paying attention. Oh well, we're still gonna go with it because that's what we got. Doesn't actually hurt to see the blue on the edge here anyway. Kind of cool. Looks intentional. I mean, it's not. Oh, I can see. I didn't score it at the right places. All right, and then we fold it over just like that. Let's bring in our little piece here. Yeah, I'm gonna make my first fold pretty crisp and just do that. And wrap it right around. And again, this piece is a little too long, so we're going to trim it. Adhere it down. That's better on the glue. And this time I thought I would take just a couple scraps. So I have a scrap of Secret C that I punched with a 1-inch circle. Can't be a very big circle because this is not a very big box. I'm going to put that down there. You could have also put that down with a dimensional. And then I had this kicking around my desk. This is from those Christmas words. There's a Christmas words hybrid embossing folder that it embosses and it die cuts at the same time. Well, it die cuts at the same time if you put the dies in there. I'm going to come in and I'm going to just put on a couple of mini dimensionals. You can just cut down a large one if you don't have any minis. Probably should have just put it on in the middle, but pop that right there. So, fa la 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 la. There's my little treat holder. And I'm going to color coordinate this. I'm going to put gold ones in here. There's actually two types of gold ones. There's the special dark, which I am not a fan of. And then there is the milk chocolate with almonds, which I am a fan of. So there we have two. And I didn't decorate this third one, but you could also do a Thanksgiving theme too. This one I used, my wrap is designer series paper, so that you can see the little leaves on it. This is from the Gathering Together. And so then we have our 2 Hershey Kisses in there. I'd probably put a little acorn on here, or some other, maybe a small leaf if you have a small leaf. That's in one of, I think Autumn Wishes has a small leaf that you could put on here. But all sorts of ideas, and they don't take long and they don't require a lot of product. Great for using some scraps. I'm so glad you were able to join me today to see just how quick and easy these little treat holders are. What a perfect way to set a place at the dinner table, or to just have some little favors decorating a mantle or any other place around your home this Christmas, filled with treats for guests who stop by. I hope to see those of you who live near me at an upcoming class, whether it's at Veggie Life in Wells on November 13th for a Get Together using the Nutcracker tags, or if it is at my Clubhouse event on the 22nd, or perhaps you'll join me for Super Saturday on the 29th. That is Small Business Saturday. It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So when you're stuffed with turkey still, come and play and just create and have a great time doing so. We're going to have 2 classes that day. One is a home decor item that features the traditional Christmas wreath embossing folder. You'll make the home decor item, you'll make a coordinating card and a coordinating tag. And the second class is a set of Christmas cards, which will be perfect for mailing the following week when it turns December. I hope you'll join me. You can catch the signups for that in my email tomorrow. Have a great week ahead, everybody. Happy November.